right, today is week 8, day 5. This is minute 31. If today is Tuesday, what will it be 3 weeks from tomorrow? So if this were me, just because I know there's 7 days in a week, I would go Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And this will be 1 week, 2 weeks, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 3 weeks. And it says 3 weeks from tomorrow. So it would end up being a Wednesday. If today is Tuesday, what day will it be 3 weeks from tomorrow? It would be 3 weeks. Tomorrow would be Wednesday. Please spell this right. Wednesday. Wednesday. Okay, so really quick, this is for you guys to know. This might not be something that you guys are aware of, but it says which circle has a diameter drawn on it. So diameter goes from one side to the next. So this is actually the diameter. This is a chord, and this is the radius. The radius comes from the center always. A chord just connects one side to the other without going directly through the center. So this is the diameter, A. Number 3, use the grid to the right. How many boxes in this grid are shaded? Now I'm just going to double check. Usually these are 10 by 10, but I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep, it's a 10 by 10, so 10 that way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it's a 10 by 10. So that means this is 100 squares altogether. Now it says how many boxes in the grid are shaded. So I can count 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Now these are fives. This is groups of fives. So 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75 are shaded. Now, how many boxes in the grid are shaded? Oh, I see now. The next question is what fraction of the grid is shaded? 75 out of how many are there altogether? 10 times 10, well, we counted, there's 100. So, because 10 times 10 is 100, so it's 75 out of 100. And if you wanted to know the simplest way, you could easily draw lines like this and now think, how many squares are there? There's 1, 2, 3, 4. And 3 of the 4 are 3/4 are shaded. So either one of those would be correct. All right. Which would have the greater perimeter? The circle or the box? Well, think about that. Which one would have the most space on the outside? Well, if the square fits inside the circle would be bigger. Okay. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. So 4 times 2 is 8 equals 8. 8 times what is 40? Well, I know my math facts for fives, and I know that 5 goes into 40 8 times, so this is going to be 5. Next, complete the sequence. 0, 5, 1. So plus 5 minus 4 plus 5 minus 4 plus 5 minus 4. So 7 minus 4 would be 3. Now we got to do plus 5 because they have another blank. So 3 plus 5 is 8. The following cubes are placed into a bag. What is the probability that a cube with a letter B will be drawn from the bag? Well, the probability is the same thing as a fraction. How many are there altogether? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5. And how many B's are there? There's 2 out of 5. You can write it as 2 out of 5 that way, or you can write 2 out of 5 this way, 2 out of 5 that way, or you can just put 2 out of 5. So like so many ways to write this. But you could add your odds of getting that are 2 out of 5. All right, next one, number 9. So with these ones, because we're multiplying by 100, if you're multiplying by 100, you find your decimal place, and you can move your decimal place by how many zeros. If you're multiplying, if you're dividing, they go left. If you're multiplying, the decimal goes right. So here, if we're going to multiply this, we're going to move the decimal 2 places. How many zeros are? Because they're holding the place for that. 1, 2. So if I move that, I would have 365. This one, I have 1, 2. I'm going to move the decimal 1, but there's not another one, so I'm going to have to add a 0. So my number changes to 270. That one's 265 now. Here's some long division for you. The good news is this one, these don't really have, these ones are going to go into it a little bit more equally. So watch. 4 can't go into a 1, but 4 can go into 12 equally 3 times. So that gives us with nothing left. So 4 can't go into 3, so we'll put a 0 to hold that place. 4 can go into 6 36 9 times equally. So the answer is 309. 4 times 9 is 36, which gets us nothing left over. Now this one's going to be a little tricky. I know this is going to go into it because it ends in a 5. And if it ends in a 5 or a 0, it will be equal. So 5 can't go into 0, but 5 can go into 12 twice, which is a total of 10. So 2 times 5 is 10. 12, take away 10 is 2. We're going to bring down the 3. 5 goes into 23 4 times for a total of 20. When we subtract them, I have 3 left. 5 can't go into 3, so we're going to bring down our last number, 5, for a total of 35. 5 goes into 35, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 7 times. 5 plus 2 is 7. So our 7 goes up here. Our answer is 247. It went exactly that, and we have no remainders.